Hi, welcome back to Table Connect. Hey guys, mon nom c'est Jessica et bienvenue à l'émission de Table of Connection. Today we have a special episode, a special show. As we have said last week on our last episode, we said that today we have a special guest. So she's from Rwanda. She's an author, an entrepreneur, a cancer survivor, a cancer advocate. She's here today to talk about her testimony and talk about her journey. So we are extremely happy and grateful that she was available to talk to us today, and we really hope that she's going to be a blessing for you. She's already an inspiration to a lot of young people out there. So we're really grateful. Her name is Life. She wrote a book, and we are about to call her in a few minutes. So just a reminder, if you have any questions about her testimony during the show, don't hesitate and send us a question on YouTube or on Facebook, or also on Instagram. Follow us on Table of Connection. If you have any questions, if you don't want us to say your name, it can be anonymous. We will respect that as well. So also follow TV7 and Family channel to be updated with everything that's going on for us, Table of Connection.
Donc, bienvenue à tout le monde, on vous accueille là où vous êtes. Aujourd'hui, on a encore eu le plaisir d'avoir avec nous une personne qui a été une inspiration pour les jeunes, la jeunesse de cette génération. C'est une femme qui habite au Rwanda, qui a vécu une expérience. En étant malade, elle souffrait du cancer. Donc, on va avoir plus de détails sur sa maladie, comment elle a pu marcher, comment elle a pu grandir sa foi à travers les expériences qu'elle a vécues dans sa vie. Donc, c'est une femme qui a été courageuse, qui a été forte et qui a même écrit un livre qui parlait de sa vie, qu'elle a nommé Mon nom, c'est la vie. Alors, n'hésitez pas à partager ce live d'aujourd'hui parce que ça va être une bénédiction pour toi, non seulement pour nous, mais ça va être une bénédiction pour toi et tu pourras être la bénédiction pour tout le monde, pour tes amis, pour tes frères, pour ta famille. Donc aujourd'hui, je prie pour que tu reçoives si c'était un signe que tu cherchais, peut-être que le témoignage de cette femme courageuse va être un signe pour toi. Donc, allez nous suivre sur notre compte Instagram et Twitter, Table of Connection, pour être à jour sur nos nouveaux invités qu'on va avoir dans les jours qui suivent. Donc, on va bientôt l'appeler. Et si vous avez des questions, n'hésitez pas à les demander. Il y a un numéro juste en bas pour des gens qui ne veulent pas que leur nom soit dit ou s'ils ont des questions précises. Il y a un numéro en bas. Vous pouvez écrire sur un message simple ou aussi sur WhatsApp. On est là pour vous répondre. Elle est là aussi pour vous répondre.
Tout à fait, tout à fait. So we're gonna call her. Hello, Karen. Can you hear us? So we're trying to call her.
Hello.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, how are you guys?
We're good. How about you?
I'm good.
Can you hear us properly? Can you see us properly?
Yeah, I can. I can.
Because we can't see you, can you like open maybe the camera?
Is your camera on, Karen? Karen, can you hear
It's
us?
making the. Yes.
Is your camera on?
Yeah, my
Because we can't see you, we can just only hear you.
camera. I don't know.
Can you hear us? Can you see us properly?
I can see you guys. I can also hear you, but
Because we can't see you. I don't know if is your camera on?
I don't know why you guys are not seeing. Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Well, we're gonna start, even though we can't see you. Maybe like the media team is going to fix that for us. Oh, I think it's working. But we're gonna start since we can hear you. So Karen, we're so happy that you are here with us today, that you are a special guest. I know that you're gonna be a blessing for a lot of us. And your testimony is, I know what happened to you, but I know your testimony is
Yes.
going to be a blessing for a lot of people, and that you're a spokesperson and a cancer advocate. We're actually really happy that you are part of our guest for a Table of Connection, and I think it's going to be a blessing for a lot of us and a lot of young people all around the world.
Yeah.
So we're going to go right in and dive in from the first question. So we wanted to know what happened with you, like before you started having, like what happened with you, your testimony. So you have cancer. At what age did you have cancer, and how was that? How did you deal with that?
So I was diagnosed at age 19. That was in 2012. So I was turning 20. So I was 19 at the time, turning 20. And that is the time I flew to India trying to seek treatment and get doctors to look at what was wrong with me. And that is when I was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma. And that's when everything started from that point on with the treatment. And yeah.
And what is the cancer exactly that you were diagnosed with? Can you explain it a little bit for people who don't really know what type of cancer it is? Can you hear us, Karen?
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Did you guys hear what I was saying, or
No.
should I repeat?
Yeah, you should repeat.
Oh, okay. So, can you hear me now? Should I go on?
Yes, you can go on. I can hear you now.
Okay, so I was saying, I was diagnosed at age 19, turning 20 at the time, and I had to fly to India for treatments because everything here had failed, and I was just getting sicker and sicker. And so I had the chance to go to India to see doctors. And right about a week in, I was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma, and that's cancer. And that is when my journey started, my recovery and chemo and all the treatments.
All right. So, what is lymphoma, so that people can know exactly what type of cancer it is? If you can explain it to us.
So it's a cancer that has to do with blood, your platelets, your it has to do with blood. And so yeah, it's a very serious cancer, and it was caught at a very late stage with me. So for me to be here, honestly, is quite a miracle.
Yes. So, lymphoma, for those who don't know, it's a stage. It's a cancer that attacks your blood cells. So it's when your autoimmune system
Yes.
is attacking your blood cells and it's destroying your blood cells. Um, and stage 4 is
Yes.
pretty much at the end stage of cancer. So that's what Karen was dealing with at the age of 19, turning 20.
Donc, comme Karen vient de le dire, elle a été elle a su qu'elle avait le cancer quand elle est allée en Inde, à l'âge de 19 ans, quand elle allait avoir l'âge de 20 ans. C'est là où elle a su qu'elle avait le cancer. Donc, le cancer qu'elle avait, c'était plus le cancer du sang. Donc, ça a attaqué les globules, si je ne me trompe pas. Donc, ça faisait en sorte elle était rendue au dernier stage, comme la dernière étape du cancer. Donc, son cancer, c'était quelque chose, c'était un cancer qui fait partie des cancers qui est fort au niveau de la médecine. Donc, on va continuer, on va enchaîner avec Karen, avec son témoignage. Elle va nous dire un peu plus. Karen,
Oui.
oui, j'avais une question pour toi. Après avoir su que il y avait le cancer du sang, tu étais une jeune fille qui avait des rêves, tu voulais accomplir beaucoup de choses dans la vie. Comment tu t'es sentie après avoir su que tu avais le cancer, que ta vie était limitée sur quelques affaires, que tu pouvais plus sortir comme tu le faisais avant? C'est quoi le sentiment que tu as eu en tant que jeune fille?
Donc, en premier, j'ai dû arrêter l'école. J'ai dû donc tout arrêter, l'école, les sorties avec les amis, tout ça. Donc, pour moi, déjà, c'était trop dur d'avoir quitté toute ma vie que j'étais habituée. Donc, quand on m'a annoncé que j'avais le cancer, bon, ça, c'était vraiment dur à accepter parce que ça disait que je dois arrêter tout pour une certaine période de temps. Alors que moi, dans ma tête, je disais donc j'arrête, mais je ne vais pas arrêter pour longtemps. Mais quand le docteur m'a dit que j'ai le cancer, je me suis dit, bon, ça va vraiment traîner. Je vais avoir beaucoup de retard dans mes cours et tout. Donc, pour moi, c'était vraiment dur de penser à ça parce qu'il y avait mes collègues et tout le monde qui continuaient avec les écoles. J'avais beaucoup des plans pour aller à l'université parce que j'étais dans l'année genre finale. Donc, c'était le temps pour moi pour aller à l'université comme tout le monde. Mais j'étais là, j'étais dans un pays avec ma tante, on était juste nous deux, sans famille, sans amis, donc c'était vraiment dur. Il y avait tous mes amis qui étaient à l'école, qui continuaient avec leur vie, donc c'était vraiment dur pour moi. Mais j'ai su que je disais, donc, je dois rester ici pour que je guéris, pour si vraiment je veux continuer avec la vie, même si ça va traîner, mais quand même, je dois rester en Inde. J'étais en Inde pour 2 mois, donc j'ai trop raté avec les cours, avec tout.
Okay. Wow. So, like Karen said, she said that when she was diagnosed with cancer, she couldn't go back to school, so she was not able to finish school. She was 19 years old, so she was supposed to go and start university, and it was hard for her because she saw all of her friends going back to school and starting their journey in the school field. But meanwhile, she had to go to India, and she stayed for 2 months in India, and that was really, really hard for her to get the treatment. So since we're talking about India, what are the challenges that you faced in India, more like specifically, what are the challenges that you faced emotionally, physically? What are the symptoms as well that you had from your cancer? How were you feeling as well when you were in another country?
So when I got to India, my cancer had already spread to my hip. So physically, I wasn't even able to walk. I was basically being rolled in a wheelchair at the time. It was very bad. So I was in India, and the food was just weird. I was already sick, so already my the food that I'm supposed to eat is like very healthy food, and here we are. We don't even know where to get like good proper food for someone who's going through what I was going through. So there was that challenge, and then there's the challenge of just not having family to like. So there are times I would go in the hospital for like a week, and so my aunt had to be there like 24 hours with me. Rather, like when you're sick here in Rwanda, you know, like people have shifts to come and like take care of you. So that was also another challenge. And yeah, those were like the main two challenges that really frustrated us. And emotionally, I was completely a wreck, but I had no time to like process my emotions. It was all about trying to fight this deadly illness that was like sucking up my body because it was crazy. I was like losing weight like abnormously. And it was, yeah, like my self esteem, like the way I looked, I was so skinny. My hair started falling off like after like 3 weeks into the treatment. So emotionally, I was already down, and so, but I had to focus on like trying to get better. So for me, I just kept telling myself, you need to get better, you need to fight this, you need to fight it for your family, you need to fight it for your friends. And so basically I had no time to deal with myself and like what was going on through my mind. I was basically in a battle the whole time.
Wow, that's crazy. I can't even imagine because that's what cancer does. When you have cancer, there's a lot of symptoms that you may have, like losing weight, loss of appetite. When you do chemotherapy and radiotherapy, you're gonna start losing your hair. So you may have alopecia,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure that it really affected your body image because before you had hair, and you had a nice proper weight, and seeing yourself losing weight and seeing yourself losing your hair must affected you really, really a lot.
Donc,
Yeah.
Karen, ce qu'elle vient de dire, c'est que Jessica l'a demandé c'était quoi les défis qu'elle a rencontrés en étant dans un pays étranger. Elle a été en Inde pour quelques mois pour avoir son traitement. Donc, elle a rencontré quand même des défis comme le fait de s'adapter à la nourriture. Elle a commencé à perdre ses cheveux après 3 semaines de traitement. Donc, c'est là où le cancer a commencé à se manifester durant son parcours en Inde. Ça, ce sont les défis qu'elle a plus rencontrés aussi. Mais elle dit aussi qu'avec le soutien de sa tante, elle a pu se sentir encouragée d'être entourée avec une personne qu'elle aimait beaucoup. J'avais aussi une question à propos parce que Karen a dit, dans tes défis, tu étais avec ta tante. L'avoir à tes côtés, ça t'a encouragé. Mais Karen, c'était quoi l'importance pour toi d'avoir du soutien spirituel, émotionnel, familial? Est-ce que ça t'a aidé durant ta journée avec le cancer? Est-ce qu'avoir des gens que tu aimais autour de toi, ça t'a aidé? Est-ce que ça t'a fortifié? Est-ce que ça t'a restauré?
Si, j'avais des tantes qui priaient pour moi chaque jour. J'avais des tantes qui m'appelaient et priaient pour moi. J'avais des amis aussi qui m'appelaient. Donc, j'étais à l'appartement, là, en Inde, genre, tout le jour. Donc, il y avait des amis qui m'appelaient. J'étais sur les réseaux sociaux, genre Facebook et tout. Il y avait des gens qui m'envoyaient des messages d'encouragement, surtout mes amis. Donc, ça, vraiment, ça m'a aidé d'être forte. Donc, vraiment avoir le support des amis et la famille. Il y a tout le monde qui t'appelle, qui t'encourage. Aussi, il y a mon frère, il y a mes cousines. Donc, avoir tout ça, ça m'a aidé émotionnellement, mais aussi spirituellement. Il y avait aussi ma tante que j'étais avec. Aussi, elle priait pour moi chaque jour. Le matin, avant d'aller chez les docteurs, elle priait pour les résultats, elle priait pour tout. Donc ça, vraiment, ça m'a aidé d'être forte. Même si là, à l'âge de 19 ans, vraiment, j'avais aucune idée des trucs de genre prier et tout. J'étais pas... Donc, pour moi, c'était genre,
Wow.
OK, bon, elle prie pour moi et c'est bon. Mais quand même, il y avait un confort. Ouais.
Je vais aussi te demander à propos de la prière sur ce que tu viens de dire. J'ai envie de te demander cette question aussi en Kinyarwanda pour les gens qui nous suivent, qui ne comprennent pas peut-être français ou anglais, ce que tu viens de dire. Nashaka kukubaza hari igihe nk'urubyiruko dushobora kwibwira ko amasengesho y'abantu batugirira, amasengesho y'abantu badusengera atagaciro biba bifite, ukabona umenga umuntu aragusengera ariko nta changement ariko urabona muri wewe mu byo uri kuracamwo. Est-ce que kuri wewe nubwo bagusengera hariyo ikintu wumva gihindutse, ni giki wumva uronse gisha kubwaye masengesho y'abantu bari kure yawe bafata umwanya bakaguhamagara? Amasengesho nakahe gaciro wayahaye muri ibyo waciyemo?
Urumva abantu benshi bashobora kwibaza ngo umuntu agusengera bikarangirira aho ngaho, ariko niyo waba utarakira agakiza mu mutima wawe ariko umuntu akagusengera, hari ikintu kiza kuri wowe kikaguha amahoro. Iyo umuntu agusengeye uwo ari we wese, cyane cyane iyo ari umuntu uri uwo muri famille cyangwa umuntu uzi, umuntu ukunda, umuntu usanzwe ubona mu buzima bwawe, iyo agusengeye hari ikintu gihinduka mu buzima bwawe, kuko aba agushyize imbere y'Imana. Nubwo bwose wowe wumva uri muri periode wumva ko Imana yagutaye cyangwa se ntabwo Imana ikwitayeho, ariko iyo umuntu agusengeye, kuri njyewe muri icyo gihe iyo umuntu yansengeraga numvaga asubiye kugira amahoro. So hari ikintu, nubwo bwose icyo gihe ntabwo nisengeraga ubwanjye, so nta n'imbaraga nari mfite zo kwisengera ubwanjye kuko nabaga ndi mu bitekerezo byinshi cyane. So rero kumva umuntu ugusengera hari ikintu agusigamo, ukumva okay, uratuje muri wowe, ibintu byose bizagenda neza nta kibazo. Rero iyo ufite abantu benshi batandukanye bagenda baguhamagara bagusengera, donc uba ufite reserve y'amasengesho, uba ufite imbaraga zo gukomeza urugendo uba urimo.
Okay.
Wow. So basically, Ines asked her, how did those prayers help her? She said that it really comforted her, seeing her whole family praying for her. It brought her peace, knowing that those prayers may have actually helped her. And even though that she wasn't really like in touch with God during that moment, but it did help her fighting the battle of cancer. So I have a question for you. Since there's always ups and downs when you are battling with cancer. You said that when your family was praying for you before you would go see the doctor, before you would get your result, it would actually help you to give you strength. But was there a moment in your head, like, was there a thought in your head that you actually thought that maybe I'm gonna lose my life and I may not even like see my friends again, and I may not see my family again? Did that actually occur at a certain point when you were trying to battle cancer? Did you lose faith at a certain point, and how did you gain back that faith after?
Quite honestly, there's no point. I don't think when I look back, I don't think there was any point.
Karen, can you hear us? Because we're losing you. Are you still there?
That I would, because I feel like, yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, can you just restart your answer because it kind of stopped for a second?
Oh, okay, sorry. So I was saying, there wasn't a point where I got to and I was feeling like I'm gonna lose my life. There is no point I go to and I felt like my life is gonna end, but it was more like I kept pushing myself to not go there emotionally and to not think about that, and so that really helps me. And there was a sense of hope, and I knew that this was gonna be over at some point. And also I was reacting well to the medication. There was a certain improvement in my health, like daily. So that gave me hope to think positively about the future. And so, yeah. And whenever I would feel that, so I would actually sometimes wake up and feel bad and feel down and think like, why is this happening to me? Why is that?
Oh, we're losing you again, Karen. Can you restart your answer?
And so in those situations,
we kind of lost you a bit. When you were talking about
Yeah?
yes,
Where was I?
you were talking about
Wh-
there's a certain point that it was giving you hope, and then it cut off.
Oh yeah. So because of how well I was reacting to the treatment and how it started giving me like a bit of like morale to feel like, you know, like I think this is gonna go well. But then there are other times where I'd actually wake up, but then that's because like depression kind of kicked in, and I would wake up and I would not want to leave my bed, and I would just feel so down emotionally. And so when that would happen, I would basically try and distract myself. Like I would binge watch like series or like movies and like talk to friends. So I always try to like distract myself from like those feelings in
Okay.
order to like go forward and move forward.
Okay, that's nice. That's actually really nice because some people don't react the same way. Some people, when they take medication, it kind of there's a lot of side effects when you take medication for cancer. Sometimes it can, make you feel depressed. You feel weak, and it's really nice that a family support actually really help you because that's the most important. That support is a big importance in someone's healing. So I'm really happy to
Yeah.
hear that your family were there and your friends as well. So my next question for you was when did you hear that you were cancer free and how did you feel about it? Did you feel that God actually really helped you and those prayers really helped you get cancer free?
So I got to find
It's cutting off again, Karen.
that I was cancer free when I can you hear me?
Yes, you were talking about you heard that you were cancer free when then you cut off so you can continue.
So when I went back to India for my second checkup after the treatment, because after later I'd come back to Rwanda to continue my treatment. So I had to go back to India to check if the treatment was a success. And so that's when the doctor announced to me that I was cancer free.
All
Okay.
right. So,
Wow.
and how did you actually think that God was involved in your healing when you heard that you were cancer free? And how
Def,
did it change you spiritually? Because you said before that you weren't really a
def,
person who would go to church that much. So, how did it change you?
definitely. I felt like God had been there with
Hello, Karen.
doing that through. Yes.
It caught up again. You were talking about
Yeah.
spiritual
Wow.
things. You were talking about spiritual forces.
Yeah. So I'm saying after my recovery, I realized. the way.
Yes, that's true. It says in the Bible, if you come to God, God is going to heal you. He healed the blind. He healed a lot of people, so He can heal you definitely if you come to Him. That's amazing.
Oui, donc Karen vient de répondre à quelques questions de Jessica. Elle a parlé et elle a demandé, après avoir su qu'elle avait plus de cancer, c'était quoi le sentiment qu'elle avait, comment elle s'est sentie. Karen vient de nous dire qu'elle a su que au-delà de ce qui s'était passé, de ce qu'elle avait vécu, il y avait quelque chose de grand qui l'a surpassé, que l'homme n'était pas capable de faire. Donc, elle a su à ce moment-là que Dieu était vrai, que Dieu existait et que c'était le seul qui avait pu le guérir avec ce qu'elle avait rencontré, un cancer qui était quand même agressif, mais elle a réussi quand même à traverser tout ça. Et aujourd'hui, c'est une femme qui est guérie. Et après ce moment, après avoir guéri, c'est là où elle a donné sa vie, tout ce qu'elle avait à Jésus-Christ. C'est à ce moment-là qu'elle a dit, elle va commencer à marcher avec Jésus, avec ce qu'elle a vécu. Donc, Karen, je sais que tu es devenue maintenant auteur. Maintenant, tu as écrit un livre après ton parcours avec le cancer. Est-ce que tu peux nous parler? Qu'est-ce qui t'a poussé à écrire un livre? Tu t'es basé sur quoi? C'était quoi ta muse pour pouvoir écrire un livre qui a fait beaucoup de succès au Rwanda? Karen?
Mais genre, on peut parler de son livre en attendant qu'on va essayer de régler le son. So, Karen, elle a écrit un livre qui s'appelle Mon nom, c'est la vie. My Name is Life. It's a book that she wrote after she told me that it's something that she wrote during her recovery when she was dealing with cancer. That's something that really helped her in her healing process. And also, she said that the reason why she wrote that is because when she was diagnosed with cancer, she didn't really know anybody in Rwanda who dealt with the same thing. She didn't really have someone to look up to. So she told herself, maybe I should be the person for like other people who went through this, who are going to go through the same thing, who is going to deal with cancer. So she wrote a book which is called My Name is Life, and her last name is Bugingo, which means life also in Kinyarwanda. So it's a really nice book that explains her journey. In high school, when she was diagnosed, and she had some people in her life that was very important that really helped her. Once, like she talked about her support system, her aunt, her brother, her cousin that were there, that were praying for her. So those are the people that she mentioned in her book, which is called My Name is Life. It was a success. She published a book, I think in 2018, which was 2 years ago. It's also on Amazon, so we are encouraging you to, if you want to get the book and you're not in Rwanda, you can order it on Amazon. It's available. It's not an expensive book, so anyone can get it, and it's a very powerful testimony. So I encourage you, whoever is watching it, if you don't have anything to say, if you don't have anything to read during the quarantine or the confinement, get the book, My Name is Life. It's available on Amazon, and get your blessing.
Yeah. Karen, are you here? Karen?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you?
C'était quoi ta muse pour pouvoir écrire le livre My Name is Life? Tu t'es basé sur quoi? Qu'est-ce qui t'a poussé à écrire un livre en étant si jeune? Parce que écrire un livre, ça demande beaucoup de temps, ça demande beaucoup d'efforts. Mais comme j'avais demandé, tu t'es basé sur quoi pour pouvoir écrire un livre qui a fait du succès dans la génération au Rwanda?
Mais bon, comme Jessica disait, quand j'ai commencé à écrire mon livre, c'était genre pour comprendre ou pour guérir mon cœur de tout ce qui s'est passé avec le traumatisme que j'ai vécu pour longtemps. Donc, après ça, je me suis dit, donc, il faut que j'écris pour les autres aussi, pour genre, euh, il, il va avoir les gens qui, dans le futur, il y a les gens qui vont avoir le cancer. Et j'aimerais bien qu'ils me voient, une personne comme eux, euh, une fille rwandaise normale avec une vie normale. Donc, j'ai écrit ça pour que les gens qui ont perdu l'espoir, qui ont perdu, même pas seulement les gens qui ont le cancer, genre les gens qui traversent des moments durs dans leur vie, pour genre être encouragés par mon histoire et tout ce que j'ai vécu aussi, et pour se dire donc si Karen a été genre, si j'ai parcouru cette période dans ma vie et je suis là, ça a changé pour moi. Donc, eux-mêmes, ils vont se dire, bon, ma vie aussi, ça peut ça peut continuer. Donc,
Ça,
ma
c'est
vie ne
sûr.
s'arrête pas avec ça.
Ça, c'est sûr, ça, c'est sûr. Donc, j'ai envie de te demander encore une question en Kinyarwanda pour ne pas oublier notre audience qui est au Rwanda, les gens qui sont au Rwanda qui nous suivent. Mu myaka yacu tugeze nk'abakobwa canke urubyiruko en general, hari igihe dushobora guca mu bintu, dushobora guca muri periode y'ubuzima nka wowe waciye mu ngwara ya cancer, ukumva yuko wakwandika igitabo, ukumva yuko watanga intahe yawe ikabera umumaro urubyiruko rwinshi. Nashaka kukubaza, ese ku muntu yabaye ku byo wabayemwo cyangwa se yabaye ku biruta ibyo wabayemwo, ni iyihe mpanuro wo muha, ni igiki wo muha kugira ngo yambare agire courage wagize yo kuvuga témoignage, yo gutanga témoignage yiwe, mbese niba ashobora no kwandika igitabo biri mu mbaraga ziwe akavyandika, ni igiki wo mubwira kugira ngo uwo muntu muhe courage kugira ngo nawe ashobore kubera umugisha, ashobore kugera nawe mbese aho wageze? Karen?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yes,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
So, navugaga icyo nizera ni uko Imana iducisha mu bigeragezo bitandukanye kugira ngo tuzabashe kubibwira abandi, kandi n'abandi bazashirwemo imbaraga kubera ibigeragezo twanyuzemo bibashiremo imbaraga. So rero nakangurira urubyiruko, umuntu wese ufite témoignage, ufite histoire, yasubizamo imbaraga abantu kugira ngo agere kuri level yo kumva ko agomba kwipartager n'abandi kugira ngo nabo bibahindurira ubuzima, kuko ushobora kuba ufite témoignage wumva ko atari ibintu bya hatari, undi akayumva ikamuhindurira ubuzima completely. Ariko kugira ngo umuntu agere kuri iyo stage yo kuvuga ngo I can share my story, kuvuga témoignage yanjye y'ibyo Imana yankoreye, nuko nawe ubwe mu mutima we agomba kwakira, akamenya ko ni Imana yabimucishijemo kandi bimuvanamo, kugira ngo najye kubyicarana gusa, ahubwo azavuge ineza y'Imana n'icyo Imana yamukoreye.
Wow, yego. Donc, Karen, j'ai demandé à Karen, pour des personnes qui ne se sentent pas confortables de partager leur témoignage, qui ont vécu quelque chose qui est semblable avec ce que Karen a vécu, ou bien mieux, ou même si c'est quelque chose que toi tu donnes pas de l'importance. Elle a précisé que peut-être que ce que toi tu vis, tu peux pas voir la lourdeur, ce que tu as vécu, tu peux pas voir la lourdeur, mais la personne qui va écouter ton témoignage, la personne qui va lire le livre, la personne qui va voir la vidéo que tu vas faire sera fortifiée et sera restaurée, et la personne saura qu'elle n'est pas seule, parce que comme elle a précisé, tout ce qu'on est en train de vivre, tous les challenges, tous les défis qu'on vit dans la vie, c'est pour qu'on puisse être une bénédiction. C'est pour que quelqu'un nous regarde et tire les leçons de ce qu'on a vécu, et de savoir que le même Dieu qui a pu guérir cette personne, le même Dieu qui a guéri Karen par exemple, est le même Dieu qui est capable de te guérir. Parce que si Dieu est capable de guérir un cancer d'une personne qui était au dernier stage du cancer. Alors, ce même Dieu est capable aussi de te guérir, peu importe ce que tu traverses, peu importe ce que tu vis. Donc, il ne faut pas se décourager. Je trouve que le témoignage de Karen, c'est quelque chose qui est vraiment, c'est quelque chose qui est vraiment, les jeunes devaient se baser pour se sentir fortifiés, parce que c'est une jeune fille qui a laissé ses études, elle a laissé tout ce qu'elle avait de cher, ses amis, quelque chose qui est dur à laisser dans ces moments, mais elle a pu sortir de ce cancer en étant une femme forte et qui est une bénédiction maintenant au Rwanda, et est en train de devenir une femme qui est importante aussi dans tous les pays. Donc, elle devient internationale.
Tout à fait. Et non seulement, we're talking about like she was able to fight cancer at a very young age when she was 19 years old. The same God who healed her is the same God who's going to heal you. Like example right now, we're talking about, you know, everything. Everyone knows that we're in a pandemic with the coronavirus. If you are touched by it, if you are positive, the same God who healed Karen can heal you if you are positive and you are diagnosed with coronavirus. And what she said is that prayer was something really important. So maybe if the medication that you are on, because you know when you have corona at my hospital, we give antibiotics for patients. If that thing doesn't work, maybe turn yourself to God and you may see a profound healing, something that medically maybe they don't have the treatment, but God has a spiritual treatment that can help you and that can give you your freedom and your health back. Yes, totally. And I have another question for you, Karen. So we talked about My Name is Life. Is there something else that you are planning, another book that you are planning to write anytime soon? Okay, so we are actually having problems with Karen. So are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Okay.
So I was saying that right now I'm currently working on another, but yeah, it's still in progress. I'm still writing the manuscript. I just started, and so it might take a while because it's not easy to start a book from scratch, and so I'm giving myself time. I'm giving myself time, and yeah, so another book is definitely be in progress. So we'll see where that goes.
Wow. Karen aussi, en retournant en arrière sur ce que tu avais dit, tu as parlé sur le mot retard, que durant le moment que tu as senti que tu étais en retard de beaucoup de choses, tu as parlé du fait que tu étais en retard à l'école, tu étais en retard de ce qui se passait dans le monde, avec les jeunes. Je sais que l'année passée aussi, toutes mes félicitations que tu as été mariée.
Yes.
Et donc, toutes mes félicitations pour ton mariage. C'était vraiment un bon mariage. Mais maintenant, tu es auteur, tu es une avocate de cancer. Après ce que tu avais vécu, comment tu as pu arriver à avoir ces titres, à avoir ce que tu avais perdu il y avait longtemps à cause du cancer? Comment tu as pu avoir la force de continuer malgré le retard que tu as pu avoir?
Bon, après avoir... Bon, merci. Donc, en fait, je me suis mariée en février cette année.
OK.
Congratulations.
Donc, bon, après avoir genre, guéri et tout, quand j'ai retourné dans ma vie normale, je me suis dit que c'est mon temps, genre, it's time que je retourne dans ma vie. Donc, j'étais encouragée, j'avais beaucoup de courage pour commencer genre, une vie nouvelle. Donc, vraiment, j'étais motivée parce que dans ma tête, je me disais, tout le monde a continué leur vie, je suis en retard, comme tu as dit. Donc, ça m'a vraiment encouragée pour que je rattrape avec les autres. Donc, ça, vraiment, ça m'a encouragée. J'ai continué l'école, j'ai j'ai commencé mon business, j'ai créé le livre. Et là, maintenant, ouais, vraiment, la vie a résumé comme si rien n'était. Et genre, c'était vraiment que. C'est Dieu vraiment qui a fait
C'est comme
tout
si
ça
Dieu
pour
t'avait
moi.
donné une autre chance. C'est comme si Dieu avait ouvert une autre page dans ta vie. C'est comme si
Ouais.
ta vie venait de commencer en fait. Genre ta vraie vie, la Karen comme que Dieu voulait, c'est là où elle a commencé à mettre en œuvre ce que Dieu avait mis à l'intérieur de toi.
That's a really nice point. So, Anis asked Karen that, at a certain moment she said that she felt like she was a bit late compared to her friends because, she was dealing with cancer. She was fighting for her life while her other friends were moving on into going to school, graduating from school. She was feeling that she was a bit late. And after that, are talking about that God has given her another chance. She has the title of being a cancer advocate, an entrepreneur. She got married. And I think it's very remarkable. That just shows that God has a time for you. Like, you're never late because God knows exactly when those things are going to happen for her. So even though she was dealing with cancer at 19 years old, 8 years after, she was able to be married. She was able to write a book, and she was an author. She was an entrepreneur. She has her own business. God has a plan for you. So you're never going to be too late. It's just God has a plan for you at the right moment. And this is why she's talking about that God has opened doors for her at the right time for her.
Wow.
So we talked about business and also being a cancer advocate. So can you talk more about that? Do you have any organization, or how do you help your community, people who have cancer? Other than writing a book, is there another thing that you do for people who are diagnosed with cancer? And you talked also about being an entrepreneur. So can you talk also a bit about that? I know it's like two questions in one, but yeah, let's hear it.
So before I was working with one organization that was more involved in helping helping children with cancer. So we're just doing projects like awareness stuff and helping out financially.
So we are having connection difficulties because Karen lives in Rwanda. So it's hard for us to dealing with the connection. But I know you guys are really interested in the conversation. It's an important testimony, and we're very excited to share this testimony with you. But we also have a plan B. We have a video of Karen who is answering our questions. So we will upload it right now since we are actually dealing with connection difficulties, so that if you actually thought that you missed something, we have something planned for you just in case, because we knew that we may have connection problems since she's in Rwanda and we are here in Montreal, Canada. Sometimes the connection might be a little bit bad. We were facing a little bit of difficulties, and it's kind of sad, but we have a video of Karen right now, so we are going to post it so that you can get the real feeling, the whole testimony, and you won't miss a thing.
Donc, comme on a des problèmes de connexion pour Karen qui est au Rwanda, la connexion n'est pas bonne comparée ici. Donc, on va mettre une vidéo d'elle en train de répondre. Si vous pensez que vous avez manqué, vous n'avez pas, vous n'avez pas encore compris le témoignage, si vous pensez que vous n'êtes pas actif à cause de la connexion qui est mauvaise, on va passer une vidéo de Karen, qu'elle répond à des questions. Et aussi, c'est le moment pour vous, les gens qui nous ont suivis depuis le début, de commencer à demander vos questions. C'est le moment pour vous d'envoyer vos questions sur le numéro qui est affiché sur l'écran ou bien dans les commentaires. Donc, demandez des questions pour Karen. Ça peut être à propos du cancer, ça peut être à propos de son livre. En fait, sentez-vous libre de parler avec elle. Elle est là pour vous parler. Elle est là peut-être pour être une bénédiction pour vous. Donc, on se revoit dans un petit moment. On va juste passer la vidéo pour retourner en arrière et d'entendre encore le témoignage de Karen Bugingo.
Hi, y'all. Thank you for having me as a guest on your show today. And I am so happy and glad that I get to share what I have to share and the testimony that God has put on my heart and in my life.
Yes.
And so the hosts who I'm truly grateful for, Jessica and Eunice. Thank you so much for your invitation. So I'll just go ahead and answer a few of the questions for the interview for the show that they wanted me to talk about. So the show is mainly going to focus on my testimony as a cancer survivor, going to 8 years now. And so I'd like to share with the audience my testimony and my experience and how the journey was for me. And so the question was, how did I keep my faith during the treatment or while I was battling cancer? So first of all, at the time when I was battling cancer, I was not per se like the Christian or the woman of faith that I am today. I was 19 years old. I was just going to church like any other regular person, not every Sunday, of course, just though I was like in a Christian school back in my O level, so that's the least praying time or devotion time that I would be getting. But other than that, my faith was not strong enough. And so, but during the time when I was battling cancer, that's when actually faith came to me. That's when I started having so much faith and so much hope. Hope was a very big part of my recovery process. And so my faith was actually strengthened in a very weird way. And now that I've grown in my faith, I get to understand that it was God looking for me. God found me in that vulnerable place, and it made me who I am today. And so the other question is, what were the challenges you were facing during your treatment? First of all, the biggest challenge for me was being away from family and friends. I had to travel to India in Bangalore to seek treatment because there was no facility here in Rwanda back then for me to get treated. So being away from family and friends, I was just with my aunt. We're just the two of us in a foreign country. At times where I needed to talk to a friend, needed to talk to my cousins, my brother, there was no one there to talk to, so I had to deal with everything myself. So for me, that was the biggest challenge that I faced. And so in regards with question 2, what was them? So my coping mechanism was just binge watching TV. Thankfully, the apartment we were staying at had a TV and a few good channels. VH1 was like my favorite. So yeah, so I binge watched a lot of TV, tried to read a few books I'd brought with me. And so I would basically do what it took to distract myself. So that was my coping mechanism, distraction. After you've heard that you were cancer free, what were the chances you saw in yourself? The changes, sorry. So of course I was going through my recovery process for like close to a year. And so a lot changed in me, obviously, the way I saw life, the way I took certain things for granted, like my health and being able to just do the minimum, like being able to eat well. So like I started appreciating a lot of things, which has made me who I am today, because through appreciating the small things, I've made good relationships, I've made good life decisions, I've grown, I've started my business, through patience. Those three are definitely the advice I'd give my young self. And after you gave your life to Christ, what were the changes you saw in yourself, mentally, emotionally, etc.? So when I gave my life to Christ, that was end 2015, I think. Yeah, that was end 2015. And I was already going through a lot of emotional battles. I needed a lot of healing. So when I gave my life to Christ, I met fellow Christians. I was in an atmosphere where there was a lot of sharing, there was a lot of praying. And so that somehow started making me feel better and understand the reason why I went through what I went through. When I gave my life to Christ, I started understanding the will of God. I started understanding testimonies. I started understanding that we go through what we go through because, first of all, God has allowed it and God is trying to use it for something better. And so when I understood that I didn't go what I went through in vain. It's to give hope and to encourage people. That's when I started healing. I'm like, okay, I went through what I went through, but it's gonna affect people's lives. So that brought so much healing to my life, and I could not have figured that out in counseling. And I was seeing a counselor who would make me do a few exercises. So writing about my story and my feelings was part of the recovery, the mental recovery process. And so when I started writing, I actually enjoyed the process of writing my story. And what came from me writing so that I can heal became me writing so that I can help others and bring hope. And so that really motivated me, knowing that my story will be used to raise hope in other people. Because when I went through what I went through, I did not a single person. Like, I had never heard of cancer. I had never met someone who had cancer. It was just all the movies, like, and we all know movies are not real. So there was no real life situation that I could relate to. So I was like, if I'm going to be the person people can relate to, definitely pouring my heart to whoever will need to hear my story to feel better. And another question is, am I planning to write another book? Yes, I am. I am currently working on another book, which is, not easy because writing is not easy. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of commitment, and so I'm going through the whole process again, which is very, very, very hard. But I'm giving it my best, and so stay tuned for my next upcoming book, which is probably not happening in the next 2 years, or I don't know. I don't want to give myself like a timeline because that will like stress you, and like creativity doesn't come when you're stressed. So I'm giving myself minimum 3 years, maximum 2 years, 3 years, minimum 2 years. And so the name of the book, I'm still working on it. I kind of have an idea, but I don't want to like share it because it might change. So I'm not sure. And so, I'll announce it definitely when it's time for the world to know. And so where do I see myself in 5 to 10 years? 5 to 10 years, I see myself writing more books, hopefully. And so for me, planning like 5 to 10 years has not been a thing for me, honestly, because I'm all about, because I've planned before, I've planned where my next 3 years, what I'm going to have achieved, what goal I would have achieved. Though having a goal and a vision is good, but I prefer just doing God's will and just letting God guide me. And so I don't know what God has for me in 5 to 10 years. So that will be my answer to that. But I know it's for the good, and I know it's what I love. Because right now, 5 years from now, if I look back, 2015, if someone told me that I would have a business that I love so much, that I'm passionate about, have a novel, I would not have believed that. So because it was God's will for me, I'm loving it, I'm enjoying it. So I'm like, God, take over the next 5-10 years as well. Like, do what you do. And so lastly, do you have a word of encouragement, advice to anyone going through an illness? So when I wrote my book, it wasn't specifically for people going through cancer. It was people going through every situation, any illness, any difficulties in life, loss of a loved one, etc. So my advice would be, pray to God, seek God's guidance into your heart, and just let God heal you. Find healing in everything you do. That's like the advice I give everybody. Like, if you're going through a situation of mental difficulties like depression, anxiety, it's like find the cause root of what you're going through and seek healing. Don't hide away from trying to face whatever that has brought you to that place. And for people going through illness, I believe that we serve a God who heals. He has healed in the past. He's still healing. He healed me. So we serve a healing God. So my encouragement to whoever is going through an illness is trust God. It is not easy at all to trust God in a time of illness, but God is still on the throne. God is still healing people till this day. He's done it. He's doing it. He will keep doing it. And so, yeah, keep believing in healing. And so that's the end of the questions I had today. And thank you all for watching. This video is made in case the connection was bad, because where I live right now, the connection is pretty shaky. But anyways, thank you all for tuning in, and thank you Jessica and Eunice for inviting me, and have a blessed rest of the week. See ya.
Hey
guys.
guys,
Sing a
so we
counselor
really
who would,
hope that the video of Karen was more clear. Well, I know we had like a little difficulty with the connection because she's in Rwanda, like we said, but we had a plan B just in case so that you won't miss any of her testimony. She has a great testimony. I really hope that the questions that she answered was really helpful. And please, we have a few minutes before we conclude because we're actually towards the end of our show. If you have any last questions or last encouragement that you want to share with Karen, this is the time. So we have a few comments on YouTube. Karen, someone named Umutoni Lilios wrote, you wrote and told you, said to you that you are brave. And Priscilla, I am said, take your time, babe, as well. So those are the words of encouragement that some people share with us on YouTube. Talking about a word of encouragement, is there a final word of encouragement that you want to share to young people in general, people who are dealing with any type of sickness, illness, something that you want to share with them so that you can encourage them to not lose faith the way you didn't lose faith?
A word I would like to share with young people is more of use your youthful years wisely and stress and created what's not working out, and let's just appreciate what is working out, and let's seek guidance from God, because we young people, we always want to do everything and anything at the same time. But let us seek our guidance from God and let Him guide us.
We are losing you, Karen. I don't know if can you still hear us? Okay. So I think from so far what you said,
Yeah.
yeah. So can you just repeat, because we kind of lost you. You were talking about finding guidance in God.
Yes. So, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
So, finding guidance and praying to God that He reveals your purpose so that it can save you from a lot of frustration. But in the meantime, let's just seek the face of God. Let's just seek God. Let's just seek to better ourselves, and everything will pan out very well for us in our lives.
That's really nice. So this is the end. I don't know if you have any final words that you want to share.
Pour moi, de mon côté, vu qu'on est arrivé à la conclusion, je remercie Karen de nous avoir fait le plaisir d'être avec nous, de nous faire partager son témoignage sur Table of Connection. On est vraiment comblés de joie du plaisir que tu nous as fait d'être avec nous, de pouvoir accepter cette invitation. Donc pour moi, la seule question que j'aurais pour Karen, est-ce qu'il y a comme un mot d'encouragement? Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose que tu aimerais laisser sur Table of Connection, pour l'audience de Table of Connection, pour les gens qui nous suivent d'un peu partout? Qu'est-ce que tu laisserais comme message pour tous les jeunes qui nous suivent, aussi pour nos membres de Table of Connection? Karen? OK.
Oui.
Donc, comme je vais te demander, la question que je t'ai demandée, c'est quoi le mot que tu aimerais laisser sur la plateforme Table of Connection pour que dans le futur aussi, on puisse aussi, en tant que nous aussi on est des jeunes, on puisse aussi avoir le même courage peut-être, ou aussi un jour arriver au point que toi aussi tu es arrivée en tant que jeune fille.
Bon, j'aimerais bien dire aux jeunes que il faut qu'on utilise notre jeunesse pour bénéficier nous-mêmes et les gens aussi, de prier, de demander Dieu de nous donner l'image claire de ce qu'on doit faire avec notre vie, pour que on évite les frustrations et les choses du monde qui nous distraient, et d'être bien, genre, être encouragé avec les choses qu'on a devant nous, ne pas être frustré qu'on n'a pas ça, on n'a pas ça. Donc,
Tout à fait.
utilise ce que tu as dans ta vie là maintenant pour bien vivre ta vie, pour être une bénédiction aux autres.
Wow.
That's really important. So it's really important that we focus on our youth, and also if you have something that you went through, use that testimony to be a blessing for other people. Like Karen, she wrote a book. It's a wonderful book. Like I said before, you can have access to that on Amazon, and also. Do you still do? I know she has a YouTube channel. She has a YouTube channel with her friend Priscilla. Do you guys still do videos?
Yeah.
It's a Christian video YouTube channel for young people. Are we expecting a new video coming up soon?
So because of the whole pandemic, we've not been able to meet up and record anything. But definitely, when everything goes back to normal, we're definitely coming back with new videos. We have ideas. People have been sending us ideas and things to talk about. So we're going to do that.
Perfect.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
Definitely.
Perfect. So if you guys are interested to know more about Karen, you can follow her on her Instagram. Karen Bugingo, that's your name on Instagram, right?
Yes, Karen_Bugingo.
Exactly. She also has her YouTube channel where she does, she teaches about the Word of God for young people, and they talk about a little bit with, like us, they talk about certain topics for young people. So you can connect and watch it. It's called Walking by Faith. So
Walk of Faith.
Oh, Walk of Faith. My bad. Walk of Faith. So you can watch the video and be connected with her and her friend, and it can be a blessing for you as well. So thank you, Karen, for your time. Thank you so much to be connected with us. I know in Kigali, Rwanda, it's kind of late right now, so thank you for taking your time with us and sharing your testimony. I actually admire, and you're such an inspiration for young people, young women, and also for everyone in general. And I applaud you for what you went through. I know it's not easy, and yeah, you are a conqueror, definitely. And I hope that your testimony will touch more people, and that there's going to be more blessings coming up your way.
Donc, merci beaucoup à Karen qui a été avec nous dans cette émission. Et je suis sûre qu'il y a une personne qui a été touchée par son témoignage, qu'on a appris en tant que jeune. On a appris beaucoup d'elle. Et on l'admire aussi pour son courage, de ce qu'elle a vécu. Elle a continué à avoir la foi. Elle a continué à mettre ses fondations en Jésus-Christ. Donc, pour pour nous les jeunes, c'est une inspiration pour les femmes. Partout dans le monde, elle est devenue une femme qui est influente. Et pour cela, nous le remercions aussi de nous avoir fait plaisir aussi d'être sur la plateforme Table of Connection.
Thank you so much, and we will come back for a new episode next week on Tuesday at 3 p.m. So be connected with us.
Yes.
If you have any other questions for Karen, you can send her a message on her Instagram account or send it to us so that we can send it to her and that she can answer you as well. So thank you for your time, and we'll see each other next Tuesday at 3 p.m.
Bye.